Hey, hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Same here, Salma.
Oh, you said my name very good.
Oh,
Very well.
thank you.
Yeah, and what is your name?
My name is Dwarika and I have joined from India.
Okay, great. Nice to meet you. Okay, so tell me, what is the time in India right now?
It's 6:30 p.m., Salma.
Six. Okay, I'm from South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, so and how's the weather today in
Yeah,
India?
so in India, it's usually rainy season from starting June till mid of September.
Mhm.
So it's raining evening now.
Ah, okay. It's raining in the evening now. Okay.
Okay, raining in
Yeah,
the evening.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's great. Where about in India are you from? Which
So
city?
I'm from Mumbai.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's get into it. What is today's title?
The title is Meeting the Boss.
Yeah, meeting the boss. Okay, great. Okay. Okay, can you read today's session objectives?
Okay, so session objectives are practice giving your opinion and advice, talk about a problem in your workplace, present
Mm.
arguments for why you deserve a raise, compose a
Uh-huh.
letter of resignation.
Okay, great. Your reading skills are great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
as
been
well.
quite some time I'm using this live tutor, and this was
Really.
my main objective to improve my English some or other day. And during the
Mhm.
COVID-19, when working from home, I thought of putting some effort into this,
Mm.
and that
Yeah.
yeah, and that's where I got the access to Rosetta Stone from my company.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, I hope you have. Is this your first lesson today?
No, it's not my first lesson. I'm using sessions from
Mm.
around,
Mm.
it's 3 weeks now. So
Ah. Okay.
previously what was happening, like we used to go out to institute and learn at learn at the institute and reimburse the amount, but
Okay.
due to
Okay.
COVID, we got this access to Rosetta Stone. And
Mm.
2 weeks
So in
back,
your
sorry,
uh-huh. Yeah. So in your job, you have to speak to clients, all your clients in English. Is it
yes,
a fine? Okay. Okay,
yeah,
great. Okay, I understand. Okay, great. So let's get into that. Yeah, meeting the boss, first impressions, right?
yes,
So first impressions is really important, right? Especially when you're getting a new job. I think sometimes we try very hard to impress someone, but I think a very important element is also to just be ourselves and not try to be, um, go brag too much about yourself and your talents. Yeah, that's just my personal experience.
yes,
Okay, great.
yeah,
Yeah, so let's begin. Yeah,
yes, sure,
can you read the slide?
yes. Help, I'll start a new job soon. I'm happy but nervous. How can I put my best
Mhm.
foot forward with my new boss? What advice can you
Okay.
give this person? How can a new
Mm,
employee get up on the right foot with his new colleagues?
yeah.
Idiom 1,
Oh,
to put your best foot forward. Idiom 2, to get up on the right foot.
yeah. Okay. So you have to give advice to this person. They asking, how can I put my best foot forward to the new boss? So what would you tell your friend if they're starting a new job, or maybe they in their old job but they're getting a new boss? What advice would you give them?
Okay, so the advice I would like to give uh, to anyone who is working in a professional level, that you should be an extrovert person, and whenever you are meeting someone new, so
Mm,
it's you need to put some effort, and you should come out yourself and start with a small talk, not getting personal from
yes.
beginning, and take some
Yes.
common topics and start some small conversation and build a
Yeah,
trust
I like
between
that.
you and the person, and
Mm.
And yeah,
Yeah,
try to share something about you as well as the company where you are working
yeah,
and your
that's a really
contribution.
good point.
Yes,
That's a really good point. I like the point that you mentioned small talk, because sometimes that can really get us very far in life. So
yes,
even if the company doesn't want you now, but they will always remember you sometimes when you have that small talk with someone.
yes,
Okay, yeah, so I think we shouldn't be afraid to ask questions as well.
correct.
And yeah, is that we should try to say things like maybe you can also highlight your talents. You can
Yes,
say that you're a good team player, and you should always remember to smile and remain courteous, and be organized, and also paying attention to the sometimes the way you dress or the behave and
yes,
maintain eye contact. Yeah.
true, very true,
Okay.
correct.
Okay, great. Mm, okay, so these idioms to put your best foot forward and to get off on the right foot. Have you heard these idioms before? Are you familiar with this language?
Yes, I can anticipate things, but yeah, honestly, I haven't heard this before. But
Yeah. Okay.
yes,
Yeah, it's basically your first impression and talking about yourself and the way you present yourself. So you have to put your best forward, talk about your efforts, your talents, and
okay,
get off on the right foot. It's a very similar meaning, even though they're two different idioms. The meanings are very similar.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, great. Hmm. Meet the departments. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, so
Okay.
a new employee meets his or her new boss. The boss describes the department. He or she talks about responsibilities, team, workload,
Yes.
lunch break, department name, department head, location, regular meetings. Choose,
Okay. Can
choose
you say
an
this
item.
word one more time? Regular. Regular.
Regular.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
regular meetings. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes. And then
Okay.
choose an
Okay.
item and ask another learner about his or her department. For example, where is your department located?
Mm. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so let me first start with you. What department do you work in India, in Mumbai?
So I work as software engineer, and if you say the department, it's the technical
Mm.
department.
Yes, technical department.
Yes.
Okay, great. And so how many people are in your team, in your department?
So when we come to the department, we call it as a BU, business unit, and
Mm.
inside the business unit we have number of teams. So I work in a team of team members around 30 people.
Okay, great. And is it far from your house, the location, your job? Where about is the location?
Yes, it is around 14 kilometer from
Mm,
where I
that's not.
stay.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Yes, yes. Until and unless
And
you
how
have
many?
some bad traffic, it's
Yes,
good.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, I can imagine the traffic in Mumbai, right? Because the population is really big.
Yes, correct. It's densely
Okay, great.
populated. India itself is
Oh,
densely populated, and Mumbai
yes.
more than that.
Yeah, I have some of my family members that visited India. Actually, my aunt, she visits India every year, at least once a year for
Oh,
business.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So I would really love to visit my mother country someday.
Oh, it's your mother country?
Yeah. So
Okay.
my ethnicity is Indian, even though I'm in South Africa.
Oh,
So I've never been there, but as a it's something that I have to do. I
oh,
feel.
India is waiting
Just
for you then.
yes, it's waiting for me.
Yes, the daughter of
Yes.
India.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Okay, so choose any item and ask another learner about his or her department. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, so tell me, when is your lunch break? Do you get a lunch break?
So we don't have any fixed timing for the lunch break. It's
No.
depends on the individual when he wants to go for a lunch. But at the same
Mhm.
time, he needs to make sure that it doesn't affect his productivity or any other team members
Okay,
activity.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
And then what about your responsibilities as a software engineer in the technical department? What do you have to do?
So in a technical department, we develop a product, and we have
Mm.
we have divided entire department into two teams. One is like one team will work on development side, and other team will work on uh, quality analyst side. So I work as a quality analyst. So when
Mhm.
developer develops any sort of feature, I need to qualify that feature whether it can be accepted by the user or not. And
Okay,
yes,
sounds very complicated to me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. Well done. You're doing great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so let's talk about the next slide. Yeah, you can read the next slide.
Yes. So it's about the new project. The director of
Hmm.
company that makes software for learning foreign languages wants to begin online classes. She meets with her staff.
Yeah. Okay,
What
great.
are
And you can read
some
the,
what are some important things to organize?
yeah.
What will they
And
need to start? Which tasks
okay.
interests you?
Okay, so the director of the company, she wants to make a software for learning online foreign languages, right?
Yeah.
Online classes, right? So what do you think? What do you think? Some of the things that she needs to discuss with her meeting in the staff. What do they need
Yeah.
to
So just I
organize?
want to clarify something. So whenever you are highlighting something, am I doing anything wrong out there?
Oh no, that's fine. I just wanted you to read those everything on the slide.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Because
Like,
I should get that what I'm doing wrong, so that
no,
I can
no,
improve.
that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. If I want to check your pronunciation, then I would just ask you to repeat a certain word or
Yes,
something.
please do
But
that. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
question, yeah, what you want me to answer here?
Okay. So yeah. So the company, the director of the company, she makes online, she makes software, right, for
Yes,
learning foreign languages. So she wants to begin. Let me just highlight. She wants to begin online classes. So she's now having a meeting with all the staff because she needs to organize some important things to make this dream a reality, right?
okay, okay.
So what does she need to organize? What are some of the topics that she will be bringing up in the meeting?
So
Yeah.
whenever we are developing a new product, or we are planning to launch a new product or service, we need to make sure that we are promoting it to the people, and I mean the advertisement part. So that is one of the
Yeah.
most important thing they should consider while organizing the meeting, so that every employee will get to know how we are
Mhm.
going to advertise or promote this product and penetrate to the
Yes.
market.
Okay, that's a very business-like answer. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, well done. Okay. So we can also talk in the meeting about the budget, right?
Yes,
Um,
correct.
some the budget,
Budget and
timeline.
timeline and resources.
Yeah, resources. What
Yeah,
kind of resources
resources.
will they need?
Yes, and how people can access this, um, uh, if they are the
Facility.
individuals, like they can access via mobile apps, or they
Yes, that's great.
yeah, they need to access by desktop or mobile app or any sort of
Hmm.
things.
So, what kind of resources? So you said we have to discuss whether they're using so it's online. It could be smartphone. You said iPad.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
computers. Okay, great. Yeah. And yeah, so when will they start? That is timeline. And okay, great. Problems with employees. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can read the slide.
Yes. So the first point is sometimes the boss meets with an employee to discuss a problem. Here are a few examples of some problems. A poor
Okay,
team player.
Yeah, examples.
Examples.
Yeah. Okay, you can carry on.
Yes, and few points listed here are a poor team player, uncooperative, arriving late to work, frequent
Mhm.
absence, talking too much and bothering others, poor work
Mhm.
habits.
Okay, can you say this word again? Others. Others.
Others,
And poor.
poor,
Just poor.
poor.
Okay. I noticed you emphasize the R a lot.
Okay, poor.
Yeah. Okay, just poor. Okay, great. Well done. Yeah, and the last one, the last point.
Okay, the second point is choose one problem. What can the boss say or do? How do you think the employees will respond? What excuses or reason do you think he or she will have?
Okay, so let's talk about problems that we can identify, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Um, so what kind of problems do you think that that you can encounter in the workplace? Yeah.
So I'll think
Mhm.
up as a boss, myself as a boss, and
Yeah.
then say, or you want me to?
With the boss that they find with the
Okay, okay.
colleagues.
So
Yeah.
usually, if you see in industry, we find people with mostly arriving
Mhm.
late to work
No.
and
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
and poor a poor team player, uncooperative.
Mm.
Yes,
Okay. And
and
so, is it because of do they have availability of transport? Why is the reason for the arriving late to work?
yes, some people have the tendency like they follow a particular pattern of work. Like
Mhm.
if you consider me, I usually go late to the work, but I make sure that I spend good amount of time. I mean the required amount of time, and then come back. But eventually, what happens to the bus? It seems like he's arriving late, but with the same time, I'm going late as well. Yes,
Okay. So you try to make it up
yes,
in the time your work hours that you're working, right?
yes, correct. Even though
And
I go late, I make sure that I maintain the number of working hours and average working hours per week.
okay,
Yes,
that's great. Is that okay with your boss?
yes,
He's
it is
fine with that?
absolutely okay with the boss, and yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, some bosses are really understanding, right?
yes.
And
They
they can be
actually see
flexible.
the amount of work that I have committed is being done at the right uh, given point of time or not.
Okay, great.
Yes,
Okay, and why do you think there's a problem with a team player? People not cooperating and working together
yes,
as a team.
yes.
Why
So
is
few people has have typical human psychology. Like if I am doing a new thing or learning a new thing, and if I tell to my colleague, then it will be like the boss will lose the dependency, and
mm,
he will have the what do you say in technical term failover kind of thing. So the thing
mm,
is like the dependency which I have created by learning these things, that will be lost, and my importance will be lost in a team. So that's where
okay,
people hesitate to transfer the knowledge to the colleague, and they started uh, they they become
okay.
uncooperative with other team members.
Yes, yeah, and sometimes it can be a messy situation, right? It's not really something that you desire. Yeah, and sometimes people also feel threatened that you have an idea or something like that, right?
Yes,
Or
correct,
something.
correct, correct,
Yeah, we've all
exactly.
been in that situation.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So you work as a part time with Rosetta Stone, or it's a full time?
No, just part time.
Okay, okay. Good.
Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah. So let's do this dialogue, right? Okay. I will be the blue, and you can be the the first one, the dots, and I'll be the O's, these small circles.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. hmm Okay. Let's begin.
Your new boss starts next week, right?
Yes. I hope he's better than the previous one.
But your current boss seems so nice.
Oh, he's nice, but so indecisive. He changes his mind at the top of a hat.
Okay. Well, mine is just the opposite. He wants to control every little detail.
What we need is a happy medium. Okay, great. So, yeah. Okay, so what kind of qualities do you think make a good leader? Yeah, or a good boss?
So, when you are describing a person with good leadership quality, that means he should have the trust. The first thing that he should have the trust um,
Mm,
on the team
yeah.
members, and he should understand what team member wants, and if
Mm,
there is some issue that any of his team members is facing, then he should understand it technically. He should try to
okay.
understand, and he should
Yeah.
cooperate whenever an employee is facing any issue when they are dealing with cross geographic teams. And if there is some escalation
Mm,
happened, he should dig out if it is a genuine escalation or it's just a miscommunication, and he should sort out things. And he should encourage the employees by reward or something like that. And he should
yeah.
organize some
Yeah.
team activity, going out party, going out some adventure activity, and try to build
Yes.
some mm,
Yeah.
team
That's
bonding
really great.
activities. Yes.
I think that's also a really good idea. Is that is also having a good relations with your colleagues and boss.
Yes.
Like you said, activities are outside of work, just for a small meetup or some dinner or something. I think it's really a great idea. Um, then I think in the workplace you feel easier to be able to communicate. You feel
Yes.
closer,
Yes.
right?
Very true.
Okay, yeah, I think that's very important to make people feel comfortable and
Yes.
not feel sort of out of place.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, let's look at employee evaluation. Okay, you can read the slide. Okay, can you
Okay.
read the title first?
Employee evaluation.
Yeah. Okay, you can read the slide.
Okay. Imagine that it is the time to meet your boss for your yearly performance review.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
usually happens at this kind of meeting? What questions does the boss ask? What questions does the employee ask?
Okay.
Very
Okay.
tricky.
So yeah. So now you want to ask for your yearly performance review. So what kinds of things would be discussed in this kind of meeting, right? So these
Yeah.
are questions that we can look at that can help us answer that question. So what
Yes.
usually happens,
Yes.
and what kind of questions do we ask the boss, and what questions does the employee ask? Okay.
Yes.
So things like what are your goals? Are you
Yes.
happy where you are,
Correct.
or are
Correct.
you interested? Yeah, are
Yes.
you interested in a different position, right?
Yes. Correct. Correct.
Okay. So do you have any other kinds of questions that you would ask in this kind of meeting, or do you think the boss will ask you?
So boss will definitely wanted to know that what I have done since last
Mm,
1 year. What are the major
yes.
works that I can highlight to the boss? That would be my answer. So I should be prepared with that. And
Yes.
boss may
Okay.
ask that, are you satisfied with your job, or do you want
Mm,
to get into some other position or other technical activity that you wanted
mm,
to? And
yeah.
are you doing anything extra out of doing regular work? So that is one of the biggest thing that in software industry everyone has to put effort not only to day-to-day tasks, but they should do some extra so that they can improve themselves, as well as they can highlight these things at company
Yeah.
or team level to
Okay.
get benefit out of it.
Okay. And what about the questions that you would ask your boss? Uh, like how can I improve, right?
Yes,
Or
correct.
yeah.
So I would, yes, that is a very important thing that I will need from my boss. That if anything you are having an issue with me, so you should report to. I mean, you should convey to me at that point of time itself, rather than waiting for 101. And
Yes,
yes,
that is so
so
true.
and yes, and regular feedback definitely plays a very important role. You get a chance to improve at that point of time rather than waiting till and end of the year.
Yes. Yes, yes,
Yes,
yeah, and yeah. So maybe if we feel that if we are not meeting a certain requirement, maybe we can request a training or something,
yes,
additional training and things like that.
yes, correct.
Okay, great. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any other questions for me? Do you have questions?
No,
Yeah. All
Salma,
good.
I do not have. Yeah, we can go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. Oh, asking for a raise this time. Very sticky.
Yes,
Some people, this is easy to ask, and for some people, it's not. Depending on your situation, your boss and the company, and
yes,
it depends company to company.
because this is
Okay.
one of the area where we don't have that much of transparency, so it becomes
Mhm.
very tricky to negotiate these kind of things.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. And sometimes when you ask too many questions, people don't like when you
yes,
ask too many.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. You can read the slide.
Okay, the slide says asking for a raise. Sometimes an
Yes.
employee meets with the boss to ask for a raise. That is pay raise.
Raise. Raise.
Raise. Ask for a raise.
Raise.
Is that
Okay.
correct? Raise.
Raise.
Okay, raise.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Think up to good reason for why you deserve an increase in salary. Present them to your boss, another learner, or your trainer who will decide yes or no. Is it
Okay.
acceptable in your culture to ask for a raise? What should
Mhm.
you consider before asking for a raise?
Okay. Okay. Okay, great. So can you just say this word them? Them. Present them.
Present them.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Not to. It's the usually the th sound. People make it sound like a d very often. They
Yes,
say
yes.
them and not them. Okay. And what the last one? Should you consider? Consider. Can you say that one more time?
What should you consider?
Consider.
Consider.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Consider.
Consider.
Okay. So now you want to ask for a raise, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with the first one. Think of two good reasons why you deserve an increase in your salary. So why do you deserve an increase in your salary?
Yeah, so this definitely plays a very important role. I need to find out good amount of reasons to negotiate. So first
Mhm.
thing that I will say is like whatever the new task given to me, I could do it on time, and
Yes. Okay.
apart from day to day task, I have learned these new things so that it will help the team and other team members to you know become more productive.
Okay. Okay, great. And let's look at the third one. The third bullet. Is it acceptable in your
Sorry.
culture to ask for a raise?
Yes, it is acceptable.
Yeah, because and what should you consider before asking your raise? Yeah, that's a really important question.
What should you consider before asking for a raise?
What do you need to think about before you go to the boss and ask him for a raise? You should think about certain things, right? Like what kind of mood the boss in. If he looks very angry and
Yes,
stressed
yes,
out,
definitely. Absolutely true. You should find out some good, I mean, if you are meeting, so you should find out a good slot where the things are quite fresh, that is like early in the morning and not in
mm,
the evening time.
yeah,
And
and also we should also look at the financial shape of the company itself. Right?
yes,
Is the company in a good financial shape?
yes, yes,
And
correct,
is it realistic even to ask for this kind of raise? And when is the best timing? At the performance annual review in the meetings?
yes,
Maybe you have a weekly meeting in your company on every Tuesdays, and you know, okay, this is my plan. On Tuesday, I'm going to bring up this topic because me and my colleagues have this concern about asking for a raise.
correct.
Okay, okay, great. Leaving the company.
Okay, so the slide says about leaving the company. Imagine that
Yes.
you must resign from your job and leave the company. You must create a letter of resignation. What will it say?
Yeah. Okay. Resignation. This
Resignation.
is okay. Resignation. Okay. G. Resignation.
Resignation.
Okay. Great. Okay. Uh-huh.
So,
Okay. You can. Yeah. You can
what?
just read these
Okay.
bullets.
Dear, I would like to
Okay.
inform you that the
Yeah.
reason for this is that my last day of work will be this. Thank you for let me know if I can. I wish you and the company very well. So,
Okay.
dear boss,
Yeah.
maybe, or dear, yeah,
Yeah.
dear boss, I would like to inform you that I have decided to move out of
Resign.
this company
Yeah.
or resign.
Yeah. So.
The
Yeah.
reason
So
for,
that. Yeah.
okay,
That I'm resigning from the company. Yeah.
that I'm resigning from the company. The
Yeah.
reason for this is that I would like to pursue a new opportunity with new
Yes.
challenges,
Uh-huh.
and my last day of work will be 31st of this month. Thank you
Okay.
for all your effort and cooperation, and let me know if I can help any of the team member in this time or during my notice period. And I wish you and the company very well, and hope we'll meet again.
That's wonderful. Great job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's excellent. Okay, you're very good at this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. So, is there any other concerns that you have in the workplace that you would like to talk about, or some kind of experiences that you would like to share about with me? Because we still have quite some time.
Okay. So Salma, I would like to know, whenever I'm going for an interview, people, I mean the first round, second round, third round doesn't matter. Every round, new um, interviewer comes and he asks for the introduction. So
Yeah.
how shall I introduce myself in a very short way? I mean, very
Yeah.
crunchy way, and I can give more details
Yeah.
and
Okay.
saying very
Yeah.
less. Yeah. So how shall I start, and what are the things that I can include?
So if you're meeting person for the first time on your first interview, right? You
Okay.
introduce yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you can talk about how you found out about the job and what you like about the company and why you want to join this company, right?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can talk about those are very very important points. And things like that. And when you introduce yourself, you can just talk about yourself, like you said, small talk. Talk about yourself, my name, where you grew up,
Okay.
and yeah, talk about your qualifications. There's no need to get very personal and talk about your favorite food or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Yes.
just
Yeah,
your
it should be very
qualification.
professional way, short and crispy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, short and sweet. So just your
Yeah.
qualifications and your previous work experience, and yeah. And I also think this is something that I have learned is to just show enthusiasm in your behavior, and not to sound too ambitious, because this is just my personal experience.
Okay.
Sometimes that can be a threat, and that is not a very good thing. I actually read about this, to sound too ambitious, right? So just sound enthusiastic and cooperative, but sometimes you shouldn't give it all away, right? I think. So
Okay.
yeah, like you said, short and sweet.
Okay.
Yeah,
And another
does that add?
thing,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay.
So I would like to know, I mean, it's been 30, 40 odd minutes. We are having a good conversation. But so did you notice anything, the area that I should improve, I should work on?
Okay. How do I say your name? Sorry,
You can call me Dwarika.
Doika.
Yes.
Okay, great. To be honest with you, actually, out of all my classes that I have had so far, you are very fluent in English. You very are well articulated. I think it's just pronunciation, because you seem to have very deep understanding of English, the language. You can give your own opinion, and you can draw your own experiences and relate your own experiences to the material.
Okay.
So I think understanding is there. I think it's just the pronunciation.
Okay.
And sometimes I realized I also have friends from India, and I noticed with you as well, sentence structure. Sometimes you put the verb in a different place,
Okay.
or something like that. So I think that can be overcome by reading some English books, or maybe you can listen to some YouTube songs with the English lyrics.
Okay.
But
Okay.
obviously, yeah, like ESL songs, not just any crazy songs or anything like that. Just or watching a program or movies and watching or reading it with subtitles.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, and I think over time you'll do very well. I
Okay.
believe so.
Thank you, Salma. Thanks for your
Yeah.
comments and
Yeah.
compliments.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's very important to always stay motivated.
Yes, that's
With
what I am trying to do. This was one of my in to-do list, and I could never able to put good amount of time towards the
mm,
spoken English. And when the COVID-19 started, at that point of time, we got this virtual platform to learn the new things, and I
mm,
decided to put more effort on this. So it's
yeah.
been it's been couple of months that I am putting a lot of effort
Mm,
learning a new language. So
yeah.
let's see how long it will take. So I'm also putting some effort reading articles at least for 10 to 15 minutes loudly.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and
Yeah.
learning a new vocabulary every day.
Yeah. Yes, that's a really great idea. Learning
Yeah.
a new vocabulary. Yeah. Actually, there are some people, quite a few business people from India working in South Africa, and I must say that they are really doing quite well,
Okay.
considering that they're coming from another country.
Yes.
I think most people in India, I think many people in India can speak English, right?
Yes, the problem in India is like we have 27 different languages across the states, and we are good at written English and the grammar, but the problem comes when it comes to spoken English, because we don't get a
Mhm.
chance to speak with some person who is
Practice.
good in
Yeah.
English. That's where the
Okay.
challenge begins.
So you could also in your house with your family, you maybe the people that you live with, you should try to speak mix your whatever your native language is and English.
English, correct.
Uh, and sometimes maybe you can just speak English. Have a day, or when you're going on an outing, then you say, okay, this trip when we're only going to speak English, or just try to make the center the conversation around just using the English vocabulary.
Yes.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the main thing. No matter how much you study, if you don't have someone to practice speaking
Yes,
with,
absolutely,
it's
absolutely
all
true.
the
That's what I
it,
realize, and everyone realize at certain point of time that until and unless we practice or we come out of fear, we'll not achieve something. That is very true.
yeah.
So that's
Okay,
where
so
I mean this platform is helping me out. Previously, I had the group access, but I thought, I mean, I'm spending 45 minutes for group activity and hardly I get a chance of speaking 10
yes.
minutes. So that's where I opted for 101. So
I hope it's better.
yes, yes, it is
Okay.
definitely better and it will speed up the things. That's what I feel.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So let's go over the vocab slide, and if we have time, then we can do some free talk, right? Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So we can just read this because I need to check your pronunciation. Yeah,
Okay.
the vocab.
Workload, lunch break,
Uh-huh.
tasks, tardiness,
Yeah. Yes.
poor, team player, frequent, absent, absenteeism,
Okay. Can you
uncooperative,
say that one? Sorry. Can you say
yes,
that one? Absent. Absent.
absent,
Okay. And absenteeism.
absenteeism,
Okay. Absenteeism. Okay.
absenteeism, like enthusiasm, right?
Yes. Okay.
Absenteeism, absent, uncooperative, talkative, pay raise, indecisive, indecisive,
Inde- indecisive. Yeah.
indecisive. Okay. What do
Do
you
you know
mean
what
by
is
this?
indecisive? Is someone who is very indecisive. They cannot make a decision. They
Okay.
take very long to make a decision.
Okay. Okay. Indecisive, to
Yeah.
to resign,
Mhm.
resignation, to put
Mm.
your best foot forward, to get off on
Yes.
the right foot
Yes.
at the drop of a hat,
Hmm.
to find a happy medium.
Okay, great. Well done. Okay, so it's just mostly those three. And also, I want you to pay attention to the R sound. Just try to tone the R sound a little bit down. So resign, just resign, not resign.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Resign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Great. That's wonderful. Okay. So, what are your? Let's just do some free talking because we have 2 minutes. So, tell me, what is your passion like? What do you have like a? What do you want to achieve in 10 years or something? Yeah.
So 10 years down the line, I would like to be a person with a good amount of skill set with respect to the work that I'm doing currently, and to be a better person. And of course, my first aim is to be a public speaker.
Wow. Public speaker. That's
Yes,
great. That's quite ambitious, right?
yes, yes.
So, what do you want to public speak about? What your field in engineering?
No, it's not about engineering, but I have my hobby
Mm,
like playing
yeah.
musical instrument.
Definitely. Oh, that's
So
great.
whenever
Yes.
I go for some solo act, so I should able to involve the crowd, and
Mm,
so that it will be more interactive. So when I'm doing some solo performance, so I should have that capability to uh,
mm.
talk in public and get their
Yeah.
attention.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
feel, yeah. Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah, I would love to actually learn how to play the piano someday. That's one of my dreams.
Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah, so we've come to the end of our class today. Yeah, I had a really engaging lesson with you. I think you are really articulated. You're really good at talking about your own opinions and experiences. Okay, so I learned a lot too. Okay,
Same
so
here.
just some takeaway. Yeah,
Yes.
so just some takeaway. You can try to practice your pronunciation to
Yeah.
tone down that R or the letter R in the words. And also when you, I notice when you say the word T or talk, it's very harsh. It's a
Yeah.
bit yeah, a bit
It
harsh.
should
So
be like talk.
practice it. Can you say the any word with like talkative? Can you say talkative? You say talkative,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
correct.
Yeah.
Talkative.
So
Team
yeah, it's
player,
just talk.
like that, right?
Yeah,
Not team
yeah,
player.
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, but that's fine. Okay, so we've come to the end now, and I hope to see you again in my class.
Sure, Salma. Thanks a lot.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a good day.
Bye. You too.